I want you to know that I've been an art director. I work in actual fashion, really cut and sew garments, and I own a screen printing shop. So to qualify, before I give you 3 tips, the first tip I want to give you might sound really obvious, but people approach it in a way where it can actually limit them. But I want to say, make sure your designs are unique and bringing something new to the market. That has less to do with any of the technical stuff, but a lot of stuff is getting done. A lot of really good design is getting done out there. So you want to do your due diligence, do some research, see what's selling. Now, if you've come to this video, you've already probably been thinking of making t-shirts, or you have an idea of what your graphics might look like. Before you commit and really have that final design rendered in Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, make sure that you've really thought it through and done some art direction, and know that the designs you're putting forth is something that can really sell and has the opportunity to move units. Now, either way, you're going to have to be a salesman and really kind of push it as far as you can, but make sure your designs are unique and bringing something new to the market. The second tip I want to give you is to quote with a lot of screen printers. I get this a lot. People will contact me on my public Facebook page, or via jonphenom.com, and they'll ask if I know any good screen printers. Of course, I'm gonna say Union Print Co. My company is a good screen print company. But the fact of the matter is, no matter where you live in the United States or anywhere geographically, not just domestically, but wherever you live, there should be screen printers in and around you. Right now, around my shop here in Vista, California, I know for a fact there's at least 4 or 5 screen printers within a couple mile radius from me. And one note I want to say is, when it comes to quoting, our shop particularly, we don't give out rates because of 2 reasons. Number one, a lot of people don't know exactly how to read the rate sheet, and it can be confusing in that sense. There's a lot of industry terms in there, so if you're green to it, you might not know exactly what each part is talking about. The second thing I want to say is, if you're comparing our shop, for example, with another shop's rate sheet, there's a lot of misleading things on there. So let's say just burning screens could be cheaper at our shop or more expensive with our shop, but a lot of establishments can find ways to hide fees. And so the best thing I say for you to compare quotes with shops against each other is to pick an even number, like say 100 shirts. So find 4 to 5 shops and say you want to make 100 shirts, and say you have a design that has 3 colors. It's a 3-color on the front location of the shirt and 100 pieces, name your blank, and that way you can use that metric against 4 or 5 different shops, and you can easily see the numbers, because it's the number is 100. All you have to do is move the decimal point. But always quote with at least 3 shops. This way you can see where everybody lies in terms of pricing. You can find strengths and weaknesses. Maybe at different quantity levels, there's a better price break at another shop. Another thing I would say is, price isn't always the best indicator of who to go with. Sometimes the quality of the shop, I can say this firsthand, there's a lot of really bad shops out there. Screen printing, as I always say, is a blue collar job. It's just like an auto shop. There's a lot of bad auto shops out there. You wouldn't bring your car to just anyone. You want to build rapport and trust the person. Same thing with screen printing shops. So just because someone is the cheapest doesn't mean they're necessarily the best shop to go with. But quote with multiple screen printers, get your pricing, and in the end, I would always say, always have at least 1 or 2 other screen printers on deck, because you never know what could happen. Okay, the third and final tip that I want to give is, don't forget your finishing services. Now, when I talk about finishing for your screen printed t-shirts or hoodies or crews, is fold, bag, and stickering your product. It's an extra charge, and shops will vary. There's some shops that won't offer it, but to me, it's always a good idea. If you're doing your very initial runs, maybe this is something you don't have to add, but as you start gaining success and volume, you really want to have a fold bag sticker spot. But just for those extra 50, 60 cents, what happens is you have it really organized. Now you have the ability to put multiple t-shirts in a box, label that box by the style number or by color or however you have it organized, and the products remain protected. So if you end up throwing t-shirts at the back of your trunk or it stays in your mother's garage, it's protected from the elements. And in terms of fulfilling orders, packing boxes and shipping and fulfilling any of the orders you get online in your online store, or even in person, it's just quicker to fulfill the order, put it in the box, tape it up, and send it out. Also in finishing, I consider neck prints part of finishing as well. Neck prints are an alternative to pulling the tag and sewing in a custom woven label. Some blanks have a tagless program where you can just pull the tag out and it will just have sort of a blank size label. That's a good alternative if you can't put the extra money into putting custom neck prints, but I suggest you put custom neck prints in. You can put your logo, you can put custom artwork that basically indicates the size of the shirt, the content of the shirt, and other information such as that. Retailers and buyers will see that when they see your soft goods program and any kind of printables you're doing, and they see that there's a little bit of attention to detail. And you know, people might weigh on different sides of this, but I'll tell you something for sure. If I see an all-style label or a next level tag or whatever brand you like to use, if I see an Optima tag on your finished screen printed graphic tee program, it looks really bad because that's a detail that every real buyer or any shop owner should see and go, oh wow, I don't know how serious this brand is. So in terms of having a clean look, bringing your brand to another level, think about finishing as well for your product. It costs a little bit extra, but it really helps in organization and in the professional look and tone of your entire brand. If this was helpful and you're not subscribed, come on to my YouTube channel. I have over 100 videos that helps you get your brand into the next level. See why I'm dubbed the clothing brand mentor. Also on udemy.com, I have an entire course about launching your brand from t-shirts. In any case, I hope this gave you some benefit. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.